Hey everyone, just wanted to send a quick video with a couple time management tips. I just taught a class on this, but wanted to share with you a couple things that really stood out that I use personally, but we talked about in the class as well. But before I jump into that, wanted to make sure that you know that I am hiring. So I'm looking for an additional person on my team, entry level, to come in and help out on the front end, do a lot of scheduling and lead follow-up and following up with documentation, things like that. So if you're looking for, or if you know somebody, I'm looking for that. If you know somebody that is looking to get into the mortgage industry, it's a great opportunity. Again, very entry level, but with a great career path, great schedule, typical 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Anyways, keep that in mind. Let me know if you come across anybody that might be interested, and I would appreciate that. But in regards to time management, so I wanted to touch on just two things that make a big difference that some of us aren't really accustomed to. First one is doubling the time that you're telling somebody you're going to call them back. Little thing makes a huge difference. If something comes up, they call you and they ask a question and you say, oh, let me find out, take me 30 minutes and I'll call you back. Tell them it's going to take an hour. That way it gives you some padding and some cushion on your time so that if you don't get that call back right away when you tried to find out something or get an update or a status on a file, then you've got some time to do that and you haven't set those expectations so tight that now you're going to upset the client, and it allows room for a raving fan. And so that's what we're ultimately trying to do, is make everyone so excited about the whole process and have a good experience. And a lot of times we fail at that because we just haven't set the right expectations. And so that callback time that we're telling everyone else is a huge thing. If it's going to take you 2 hours, tell them, I'll call you by the end of the day. It might be 4 hours later. If it's going to take you till tomorrow, tell them it's going to take you 2 days. Things like that give yourself the time to do that, and then the client's expectation, they're not blowing up your phone to say, hey, why haven't I heard from you? And it's been like 5 minutes past when you told them it would be. So things like that help you position yourself a little bit better. The other thing that I want to mention is a flexible time block. So on my calendar every single week, I have a ton of items time blocked out where I've got time for prospecting, I've got time for my lunch appointments, I've got time for my other appointments, I've got time for my team meetings. All of that's on my schedule as a recurring event. So I schedule it once, put it as a recurring event, so it's on there all the time. But we all know that things are going to come up in the sales world. We want to make sure we're giving attention to the urgent matters. And so by having that time block on your schedule, all that you have to do at that point, if something does come up and you got to run, you're clicking and dragging to a different time slot so that you still can block out that time in your day easily without having to retype and reschedule. You just have that on there all the time. An appointment comes up, throw that on your calendar, click and drag down, which is something you can do, or if you have a team, an assistant, that's something that they can easily do. So if they're scheduling appointments for you, they can put that on your calendar and still have your time protected to do all the other activities. Because we all know we're not going to stick 100% of the time to what we do, and if we set a super rigid calendar, then a lot of times that just sets us up for failure. But having that helps me a ton, helps me stay on task, helps me get all the things done where I'm basically creating a checklist of what I need to do every day, and I don't always have to do it in the exact same order, but then I do get everything done for the most part. So there's a couple time management tips. Hopefully that helps you and helps your business, gives you some value. If you have questions, business related, or if you've got clients or anything that I can help with, please feel free to reach out and let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.